Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee. I realize that doing this is such a part of my life because I do it every day. I've done it for years, every single day, coming to talk to you. And today, I want to tell you what you believe matters. You see, whether you're experiencing joy, whether you're experiencing sorrow, you've created it. Yeah, I know you don't want to hear that. Too bad. But you've created it. And you do that because you get to choose how you focus. In every aspect of life, only you choose where you put your attention. If you choose that people are doing things to you, they're doing things to you. But in truth, people are only doing things for themselves. They're doing things that they feel they need to do. Some people say, well, that's cruel. That person did this. Well, where that person is in their level of awareness, guess what? They felt that made them feel better. And here's something. You can only trust someone to live up to what they feel is most important. Can you get that? You can only trust someone to do what they feel is most important. So, what causes it to be important? What you believe. What you believe or what they believe determines what they think is important. And guess what? People have different beliefs. So I may believe this is important. You have a completely different belief than me, and you don't believe it's important. You think it's not. That's okay. We have different beliefs. Now, the question we start to ask ourselves is, well, if these person's beliefs are really extremely different than mine, is there any reason to be with them? Do we have any, could there be a relationship here that would be mutually beneficial? If it's not mutually beneficial, why be in the relationship? Did you really just hear the words I said? Unless a relationship is mutually beneficial, both people winning, being supported, and growing, the relationship's not worth having. And so then you've got to ask the question, well, what do you believe about a relationship? Well, I believe because they're family, I have to always be with them. I have to oblige. Well, that's what you believe. It's not true. You don't have to. Do you? Who says you have to? Who's your master? Is what you've been drilled into your brain your master, or what you choose to believe your master? Here's the key thing. Your beliefs are your master. That's why what you believe matters, because your beliefs control your focus. And here's something. If your beliefs create a situation of joy, then you're moving in the direction of expansion. If your beliefs create sorrow or limitation, you're moving against what your heart wants to do. Because your emotions are your guidepost. They tell you if your beliefs are serving you toward love, and love is always about expansion. Judgment is always about contraction. You can't be expanding and contracting at the same time. You're stagnant. There's either one or the other, or you're stuck in the middle. Do you want to be stuck in the middle with you? What does that mean? That wasn't part of lyrics of a song, but being stuck in the middle means you're not going anywhere. And you were meant to expand. You were meant to love. So I talk every morning and I pick the topics. If you have something you really want me to speak about, write it in the comment. I'll be happy to do a morning on it, maybe 2, maybe 3. I'm interested in knowing, what are your challenges? What's causing you the greatest amount of struggle right now? And I'm looking for things that are within you. because the outside world is not the problem. It's how we view the outside world. That's the problem. Especially if you're living in a country like the United States or a country that has freedom. This topic can go on so many different directions, but it's very interesting to me that I get up and talk. 100 people will be listening, and everyone has a completely different experience. No two people have the same experience. And the reason is they all have different beliefs. They all have different beliefs. I just blurt out anything on my mind while you talk. Somehow it all falls into line. Well, thank you, Anita. Walk like an Egyptian, Anita. How do you break free when you feel you're stuck? I ask questions. So, McBride, the question I would ask is, if I'm stuck, I ask the question, where would I like to expand in my life? And then, what's holding me back? What's holding me back? I'll tell you what's holding you back. Fear of the unknown or an inner belief that you're not worthy. You're not worthy of a greater life. Who the hell do you think you are that you can have that? Do you ever hear that? Do you ever hear that voice going on in your head? My mother and father would tell me that all the time as I was a kid and an adolescent, a teenager, in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even in my 60s. My mother said to me, it was my 50s. She said, who the hell do you think you are that you can be a spiritual teacher and people are going to listen? You know what I did? I ignored her because she doesn't know Lee Wallach. I didn't know Maria Wallach. And the reason she didn't think I had that, because she feared it for herself. How dare you be so authentic and put yourself out in public? People are going to hurt you. People are going to criticize you. Don't be safely. Be safe. Being safe is not fun. Exploration, being curious is fun. But here's something where safety is of value, big value, in a relationship. Because if you don't feel safe, you won't be authentic. If you're not authentic, then you're both not self-loving and you're not lovable. Did you get what I said? Because to be loving means you have to be authentic. And if you're not authentic, you know you're not authentic. And what you're saying to yourself, I'm not worthy as I am. I'm not lovable as I am. So I can't do that. And then on the other side, if you're not authentic, you're not giving anyone else the chance to love you, to accept you as you are. Safety is a state of mind. If I don't feel safe with someone being my authentic self, I move away. Or I ask the question, what's causing me to be unsafe with this person? And then I ask the question, is there a benefit to me of being in this relationship? If there's not a benefit to me to be in a relationship, why would I be in the relationship? Well, people say, well, Lee, you teach people all the time. You're not getting anything out of it. Oh, yes, I am. Because being a teacher is my number 2 value, most important thing in my life. I'm getting value out of teaching. But guess what? I only want to teach people who take it seriously, who want to learn. I don't want to waste my time on people who have no interest in growing and expanding. And you know that right away. Expansive talk scares people because people have fear. They want to be comfortable. And being comfortable, well, Can you be uncomfortable in the unknown? That's a good question. That's a good place to be comfortable. Can you be comfortable in while you're expanding? Yes. Being comfortable while you're standing still doing nothing? That's not a big achievement. It's not growing. It's not expanding. I know you hear me and you think, oh, Lee, you're always about expansion. I said, it's why we were created to expand our awareness to experience a greater and greater and greater life. And I think we'll be doing that for eternity. Think about the infinite possibilities, the infinite dimensions that exist. It'll blow your mind. But here's what I also know. Don't forget to live fully this moment, because this moment is the only one you've got. So what you believe does matter. Believe in the most expansive you can, and believe and see yourself expanding every moment of every day. With that, much love to you. As you look at your day, as you experience your day, know that the feelings that'll be good are the ones that are expansion. The feelings that are bad, they will be contracting, and you choose where you focus. Until tomorrow, aloha.